Good afternoon, my friends. It is 12:14 in the afternoon on Tuesday, September 23rd. I am on my lunch break. I am here to share with you the Voice of the Martyrs Extreme Devotion. And I'm on day 62. Our Bible verse is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For God called you to be good. Let me replace that. For God called you to do good, even if it means suffering. Just as Christ suffered for you, he is your example, and you must follow in his steps. So this is Extreme Footsteps. This happened in Sudan to Pastor Jeremiah Lagara. And it says, Jeremiah Lagara never knew resignation, only determination. The Muslim soldiers had arrested 6 boys from his church and falsely accused them of being spies. When Jeremiah, their pastor, tried explaining that the boys were Christians and not spies, the soldiers decided to arrest him too. So the Islamic soldiers tied Pastor Lagara's arms and legs together and hung him 4 feet in the air with a rope. They whipped him and dripped hot melted wax on his chest. He recalled the prayer of Jesus in the garden. He prayed, "Oh God, if it is your will for me to die today, let it be done." He could not bear that he might give in to the tortures of the northern Sudanese Arabs as he stood before the young, impressionable boys. But God's will was that he live on as a testimony for these boys. He was released, but the boys were detained. Pastor Lagara imagines the boys were probably being forced to train as soldiers. When the pastor reflected upon that incident, he recalled, "I thought of Jesus' death, that Jesus died to save the whole world. I thought my death could be part of the salvation of these boys as I followed in the footsteps of my Lord. I pray my example of suffering for them will encourage them to remain faithful to God." So children like to walk in the footsteps of their parents. On sandy beaches, they strive and stretch to plant their tiny feet within the pattern of their mom or dad. Ever trusting, they follow the path wherever it may lead. Likewise, Jesus' footsteps may lead us through some trying terrain. We may follow him through trials and tribulations that we never would have chosen for ourselves. However, if we are committed to following Jesus, we have released our right to choose our own destinies. Following Jesus provides a clear example for our children and other observers to imitate. So the path we take matters. So what impressions are you leaving in the minds of those around you? And day 63 says, God, I do not ask you to make my life easy. I do ask you to make me strong. This is from a Jewish child in a note found in the rubble of a Jewish ghetto in Poland after it was bombed by the Nazis.